My dear, as much as it might get hard in trying to wait on the Lord, I want to tell you not to give up waiting. It is definitely in the will of God for you to be married. If not, you will not even have this desire. So don't allow the wait push you into something less when you can have more, a better spouse. The one that He has set for you, that will help you fulfill the purpose, and the one that will make you enjoy life to the fullest. I want that for you, and you deserve it, and I know for a fact you will get it. No matter how long you think it will take, I want to tell you, when the real one comes, it's going to be worth the wait. Wait on the Lord, your real spouse will locate you. You will be with your real spouse. Wait on the Lord. You know many married people are desperately trying to be single again, and you might be wondering why. Beloved, if there is one thing that I have come to realize, that so far anything that God is not involved in, or God was not the deciding factor, will always end up in destruction. When you marry just about anyone, because of your desperation to be married, trust me, you will end up more frustrated or depressed than you are now. It is hard to wait on the Lord, but it is even more difficult to be married to the wrong person. Many people ended up more scattered than they were when they were single, more lonely than they were when they were single. I know you thought that being married will take away your loneliness and your depression, but I will tell you now that only being with the right person will help you achieve this. So it's 100% better to wait long for the Lord to bless you with your real partner so that you can enjoy every bit of forever with your spouse, rather than marry early and end up worse than you are right now. People around you might be making you feel you are old enough to get married, and so they put pressure on you to settle for anyone, but you are solemnly responsible for the decision you make. None of who put pressure on you will stay in this marriage with you. They will only push you into a home that might be the end of you and allow you to face the consequences alone. Beloved, know this and have peace that people will always talk about you because they think it's in your best interest. But you are the only person who knows your God. The relationship that you both share and the plans for you, no matter how you try to explain it to them, they might never understand. So why not stand firm on your word? Ignore them. Follow the Lord to the end. Wait on Him because you know what you are going to receive at the end and will still see your beautiful ending. Eventually, you will become a testimony. I say again, you'll meet your real spouse. Wait on the Lord no matter what people think. I know it's not easy, and there are days that you will feel terrible because you waited on the Lord to bless you with your real spouse. But there's a way out of that mood. I know it is easier said than done, but with constant practice, you will realize that you no longer feel the way you do. I want you to put your mind to it, because you know for a fact God will give you your spouse. You might not know when, but it's going to happen. So instead of being depressed or frustrated about a situation you cannot change, why not do something you are capable of changing that will give you inner peace and fulfillment? Your wait on God might be a long one if you don't begin to make yourself enjoy the beautiful state of singlehood. Your single life right now is a gift, and you need to enjoy it. When you spend all your days being depressed and frustrated, you'll miss out on the beautiful thing that God has in stock for you in this season. Every phase of life is a stage. Until you complete it, you cannot move on to the next stage. You will definitely meet your real spouse when you are done with what God wants you in this stage of your singlehood. So try not to worry yourself about when it's going to happen. Rather, rest on the promises of God according to Psalms chapter 37 verse 4. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He will give you the desires and the secret petitions of your heart. Delight yourself in the will of the Lord. Enjoy yourself as you wait on Him to answer, because you know He will give you the desires of your heart. You will meet your real spouse. Wait on the Lord. He or she is not going to pass you by. When the time is right, God is going to make it happen for you, and it's going to come without stress. Everything will fall in place eventually. A beautiful together forever waits for those who wait on the Lord. It is my desire for you to finally meet the person that you want in your life. As you wait on the Lord, some days might be harder than some, because you will be depressed as to why the wait is long. In those days, I want you to look at the promises of God and delight in Him. I want you to rest in the hollow of His hands, because He is working it out for you, and He will not fail. In His presence, you find the grace to keep on waiting on Him. As a single waiting on God to bless you with your real spouse, I mean the one, and not just settling for anyone, who claims to be in love with you, can be one of the most frustrating, tiring, and depressing periods of your life. It makes you doubt yourself, bring up questions and answers them by yourself because you are trying to convince yourself that nothing is wrong with you. You also look at the number of all the relationships that you have had in your lifetime, which has always been from one terrible experience to another, and you want to ask God if there is someone out there for you. You look at all your friends and even people you are older than getting married before your eyes every single Saturday, and you wonder why your case is different. It feels as if God doesn't listen to your prayers, or just maybe there is something that they are doing that you are not doing, and you try to find out how. You try to sleep on your bed at night, but sleep is always far from you because you are trying to figure out what you have to do right for God to bless you with your spouse. You cry at times because it has always been your desire to get married, but the years keep going by, but no sign of someone willing to love you enough to take you to the altar. The devil then makes matters worse by making you think God is being unfair to you by giving every other person a spouse but not you. And no matter how you think about it, you cannot change the fact about your single state, and it annoys you the more, making you depressed and still holding on to hope and God, because in the end, you realize you cannot do anything about it or force God to do something. Beloved, I can go on and go about how you feel, but that will not change anything. So instead of me telling you how you feel, let me tell you what God is about to do. The waiting is hard and the process is draining, but not to worry, because at the shortest time possible, a time you never imagined, God will do it for you. You will be with your real spouse. Our definition of time is very different from God's definition of time, but you can be rest assured that He will be right on time and He will not disappoint you. The years that you think are just going by, and by God is using it to prepare you to become a better spouse for the special person He is bringing your way. It takes time to prepare every good thing, and that is what the Lord is doing. He is taking time to prepare you. When the time is right, you will meet your real spouse, so keep on waiting on God. I know sometimes circumstances and the anxiety of when is it going to happen, or how sure are you that God even has it in His plans for you to be married, even though you desire it, will constantly be in your mind, and might want to push you into helping yourself by settling for just anybody that comes into your life. It will make you lose sight of all the right standards that you have set for yourself to find in a partner, and eventually you settle for less.